Hello everyone and welcome. So this is the very first test series interaction, and this session of 1 hour is really going to help you a lot. So first of all, let's talk about your question paper. This question paper has been set as per the new pattern and is divided into two sections, section A and section B, or you can say part A and part B. And the CBSE board has was very cooperative with you, and that's why 50% of this question paper is based on objective type, and you just a little bit focus, a little bit concentration will ensure you 40 marks without any doubt. So the thing that you need to do, just read the para very carefully, read the sentences, questions very carefully, and you will be able to give the answer, the first 40% or 50% part of your question paper. The next part, that is the writing skill, creative writing, and another one that is completely based on literature, your textbook, both First Flight and Moments, that you need to work on it. And there is only one way: just read the book as many times as you can, because there is no particular set of questions. The board can ask any type of questions. So for that, the textbook reading is very important. Read, as I told you, as many times as you can before the exam. So without wasting any more time, let's go to to discuss the answers. So the very first question, that was based on unseen paragraph, and again the questions are, as I told you, objective type. So बहुत ज़्यादा problem तो नहीं होगा आप लोगों को. And again this was the kind of paragraph that has been set. You need not to read the para, because this was completely based on coronavirus and the present situation. So majority of the answer you need not to read the para. You can just give the answer by your own knowledge, factual based or information based. So let's go for that. This paragraph was based on coronavirus and its effect, where it has been originated, what are the precaution measures are there. A lot of things were there. So let's go for the question wise. Very first question based on this paragraph was, so in all there are 12 questions, and you were expected to give answer if any 10, but I will suggest you that you have to answer all 12, okay, in board exam. So the very first one, which name has been given to coronavirus? Very familiar one. Again, I told you need not to read the para. COVID-19 is the answer. What does novel means? Old, new, fatal, dangerous, new. The correct answer is new. Where was it first identified? These are the name of the cities given: Wuhan, Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai. So it was first identified in Wuhan, at Wuhan. In which country the virus was first identified? The name of the country is India, America, China, Germany. So the answer is China, very well known. COVID-19 virus is linked to. So few options are given, same as SARS, SARS, same as H1N1, Ebola, HIV. So the correct answer is the SARS, same as SARS, because there is the respiratory problem occur in COVID-19, and that's why the people who are suffering from any chronic disease like pneumonia or bronchitis, they are the most sufferer. It can lead to malaria, pneumonia, typhoid, bronchitis, and the correct answer is finally pneumonia. It transforms into pneumonia and then it becomes the fatal one. Where are the symptoms of COVID-19? What are the symptoms of COVID-19? The given options are runny nose, sore throat, cough and fever. Another one, toothache, headache, muscle pain, knee pain, joint pain, none. And everyone knows that this is the runny nose, sore throat, cough and fever. These are the common symptoms that is observed in COVID-19. The disease can be fatal to mostly it is fatal to older people and children. Okay, then another one. So option B is correct one. The antonym of harmless, superficial, difficult, simple, fatal. So according to this paragraph, the best meaning that can be taken of this opposite one, it is the fatal. So the antonym of harmless is fatal. And the synonyms of the sharp, the next question: acute, intense, insensitive, bad, dull. The answer here is acute. It is wrongly printed, so please be careful. The correct answer is acute, not dull. Okay, so you have to please do think acute is the answer. Then which precaution can be taken to avoid infection? What it is, what very known one, what to be done to avoid the spread of coronavirus, like hand wash and social distancing, traveling and in crowded train. So going out of picnic, none. So which precaution that need to be taken? Yes, of course, it is hand wash and social distancing, which is the required to confirm the case positive or negative. That means the kind of test, antibody test, body mass index, RT-PCR, COVID-19 test as such, that is known as RT-PCR. So the correct answer is option C, RT-PCR. Again, the next paragraph that was based on your about the style of writing and how the writing developed in different part of world. What kind of ink, what kind of paper was being utilized, and what kind of script used to be there. So this was completely based on it. A quite interesting one. The very first one, again, let's come to the question. I just let you know the very summary of the paragraph. Okay, so the question was: people of the past tried to preserve tradition and memories through. So storytelling, songs, festivals, or all the above. So in one word, we can say the people of past, they try to preserve their tradition by oral mania or oral world, by oral transmission. So storytelling was one of the way that it was easily transferred from one generation to another. Songs, folk songs, festivals are also most of the festivals have stories behind. There is always stories behind each festivals. So that's why the correct answer for this one, it is all the above. So these were the various way to transfer the information from one generation to another generation. Another one: which one of the following items was not used for passing information? The given options are books, stones, clay, wood. So in ancient period, we are getting the inscriptions on stones. There were the clay articles, milte hain, wood, even on that. Books were not there in ancient period, because the history of the books, it is just around 500-year old, not more than that. Okay, manuscripts we are getting. So books was not the item that was used for passing information. Then third one: according to the passage writing, the Babylonians used to write astronomical observation on. Options are brick of clay, bark, copper plates, none. So Mesopotamian or Babylonian civilization, it used to be one of the oldest civilization at that time. Metallurgy was not that much developed. Bark was not easy to preserve it. So brick of clay, that was the easiest way for that they do. So the option A is correct. According to the passage, writing was advanced by the use of. So bark of trees and leaves, both A and B, none. So correct, both and A, B. When the person, they got the idea about the bark of trees and the leaves, so writing was easily accessed a little bit better. Then another one: what is papyrus? A water plant, stone, reed, none. The correct option is a water plant. Mostly China used to be known for the growing up papyrus, and that's why the first paper, it was developed in China, or you can say entire Asian continent, and from there it went to the Europe and other part of world. Which one of the following writing material was not produced from the trees? The linden, Egyptian papyrus, vellum, beech leaves. All these are given in your option. Vellum is not the correct answer. This is a kind of chemical of such type. According to the passage, what caused the shortage of papyrus in the West? As I told you that originally the origin of papyrus was Asian continent. So when papyrus it was transformed into paper, and it was quite easy and feasible to inscribe or to write over there, so there it was in great demand. So excess demand, ban on supply from the east, less homes production, none of the above. The correct answer, there were some political situation at that time, so that causes the ban on supply for the east. So option B is the correct one. According to the passage, the pen used in ancient time was not made from the plastic. This is the modern revolution, you can say. So of course, plastic was not known to the people of ancient period. Wood was known, metal was known, bone was known. So plastic was not used as a material for pen. Then another one, according to the passage, the ink in ancient time was made up of, these were the few things: secretion of cuttlefish, goose quills, both of the above, none. The correct answer, these one, both of the above. Secretion of cuttlefish and goose quills were used for the ink. Lead pencils became popular as writing implement in 15th century, 14th century, 13th, 19th, 14th century. You actually, every student, every child, they start their journey in modern era with the lead pencil. Earlier we used to do the chalk and other things. So now it's for 14th century, but it was not that much popular as it has been popularized in 19th century. But the answer is 14th century. We are getting the evidences. Pick out the word from the passage which means same as save. So the options are preserve, testimony, papyrus, calamus. Of course, conservation, preservation, this all means to save it. So the answer is preserve. Pick out the word from the passage which means the opposite of permanent. Everyone knows that, no need to tell. The answer is temporary. Now question number 3, that is based on literature. Again, this is also a paragraph based one, but one thing is clear, it is a scene paragraph. Since it is based on your textbook that has been prescribed by CBSE, so of course maybe you can't completely rely on the given paragraph. The paragraph is just a kind of guideline. So keep in mind, we are not getting the answer in this paragraph. So this is only the guidelines to revive or to ignite your memory, that how much idea you have about that lesson. So keep in this mind. Okay, so few questions on this paragraph, they can be beyond this paragraph based on your knowledge as well of that lesson. Okay, so the question was the baker, or yes, it's about the glimpses of India. From that lesson it has been taken, about the baker, the Goan village and their life. So the baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as the kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a padir. So you might have got the lesson and the entire story of that. Okay. So the correct answer is, what are the baker known as? What are the bakers known as? Yes, the very last one. Bakers in Goa, they are known as padir. Given options are padir, Portuguese, baker. So padir is the answer. The baker was also their friend, companion, guide, all the above. Now just look at this question. This question you can't find in this paragraph, but if you have gone through the lesson, so in the very first paragraph of the lesson, it has this line is given: the baker used to be their friend, companion, as well as guide. So the answer is all the above. What did the children long for? That means what did the children they wait for? Yes, you know that the children, they do always wait for the baker, and most importantly they wait for the bread bangles. Okay, that used to be sweet. So loaves, bread bangles, banana bread, all the above. The correct answer is bread bangles. They were actually waiting for when, and that's why they do wait for the arrival of a baker in early morning. How many times did the baker come every day? Yes, he used to come 2 times. Okay, first arrival and the second one was the departure time. So twice in a day, and that time used to be very punctual one. His arrival and his departure. So twice is the answer. Now the third one, pick out the word from the extract that means the same as unusual. Yes, the correct answer is peculiar. Okay, Kabai, Padir, Baker, of course it can't be because these are the words that were related to the baker. This is the unusual common English word, peculiar. Another one, you were expected to go for any one, either this or this. Again, I will suggest you should go for both. Okay, if you have time, if you can manage the time, you should go for both. Now another one, he wandered for 7 years and finally sat down under a peepal trees, where he vowed to stay until enlightenment came. Enlightened after 7 days, he renamed the tree the Bodhi tree, tree of wisdom, and began to teach and to share his new understanding. At that point, he became known as the Buddha, the awakened or enlightened one. The Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares, most holy of the dipping places on the river Ganges. Now, this is the paragraph. Again, you might have got the sermon at Benares based on the life of Buddha and Tissa Gautami. Okay. So again, this is only to ignite the idea of your that lesson. So first one, Gautam wandered for 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, none. It is given in the very first line. Okay? Very second line, enlightened after 7 years actually. So it means it is 7 years is the correct answer. He finally gave up his mission. He gave up his mission, sat down on the bank of a river, sat under a peepal tree, none. So yes, he finally sat down under a peepal tree for the enlightenment one. He stayed under the tree unless enlightenment, the sermon, leaving the palace, none. Yes, of course. He was so determined, and finally, when he acquired the enlightenment, till that period he stayed under the tree. So the option A is correct one, unless enlightenment. Again, pick out the word from the extract that means the same as roam. Roam means when you move without any purpose. Purposeless movement is always known as roaming. The clouds roam like that. So be careful. So wandered, woe, preach, enlightenment. So it is the wandering. Wandering means also the purposeless movement is called wandering. Roaming is also like that. Okay, so pick out the answer is wandering or wandered. Gautama came to be known as Buddha after, of course, everyone knows that after getting enlightenment, he became Buddha. So he came to be known as Buddha after the enlightenment. The option A is correct one. Now question number 4, again based on your based on your textbook, and this time these two paragraph, one is in or, they both are from your poem. Okay. This one, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. You might have got it. Very short poem. These are composed by Robert Frost. Okay, the very first lesson of your textbook, Moments. So these are the lines, and these lines for that you should have the idea about the entire poem. Few questions are here that is based on these lines, and or you can say the based on poem. So in the poem, the crow is the symbol of. So in the initially when you have crow is the symbol of depressive mood. Number one, a depressive means mood, an auspicious bird, it is not taken at all, a normal bird not, none. So depressive mood is the symbol of the what crow. Then is the symbol. In the poem, the poet conveys what message he does convey. A simple moment has a large significance. The crow is an ominous word. The hemlock is an auspicious tree. The crow is a symbol of depressive mood. So the message that he convey, that even a very small moment can ignite you, can excite you, can turn your entire depressive mood. So you know that if you recall the poem, the very small action of the crow that has changed the entire psychology of the poet. Okay, so the answer is a small, simple moment has a large significance, can have a large significance. This was the message that he conveyed. In the given extract, the poet talks about snow-covered mountain top, hemlock tree, both A and B, none. So of course, he's completely the answer is restricted here in the given extract. So yes, only one thing is mentioned about hemlock tree and the crow. Though no option is given about the crow, so your option will be hemlock tree. So B1 is the correct answer, hemlock tree. Traditionally, the act of crow is considered inauspicious. How does the poet take it? As I told you, the crow, they are taken as the evil kind of spirit, or it is not taken in a positive sense. But the action of the crow in the poem, that actually changed the entire mood of the poet, and that's why he took the action in a positive way. So traditionally, the act of crow is considered inauspicious. He does the what? How does the poet take? The poet take the act of crow in a positive way, in a positive sense, not at all in negative and auspicious activity as a natural activity, not in a positive way. Because traditionally it was believed as a inauspicious one. The word in the stanza that means the same as ice. Okay, very clear cut answer. Snow is the answer. Now, second one, but it had to, again, this is based on the same lesson. Okay, ice and what and fire. So, but snow and fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction of ice is also great and would suffice. So, in this poem, the poet is talking about the how can the destruction of final destruction of world will take place, and he suggested two important cause. The one is the fire, and the another one is the ice. That means symbolically he was talking about the hatred and desire. Okay, if you had gone through the poem, so he was the main cause behind the destruction of the world is the extreme hatred, and the another one extreme desire. So it is the gist of the poem. Now come to that. The above stanza debates whether the world will end in, yes, of course, as I told you, fire or ice, natural disaster, war, none. According to poet, it is fire or ice. That means the extreme desire or the extreme hatred will finally lead the world into disaster. Both the element mentioned in the stanza have some similarities. Which one of the following is not the common? Both are natural. Yes, this is the similarity. Both can end the world. This is also similarity according to poet. Both are not weak. They are, and yes, they are strong, and both can be mastered. This is not any one. So the answer is both can be mastered. D. The poet is of opinion that the fire would cause final destruction, that ice would cause final destruction, that there would be no destruction, none. So the given extract, if we just stick to that, in this extract, he is talking about the ice would cause the final destruction. Okay, though he is suggesting both, but in given extraction, we have to stick on that. So the ice would cause final destruction. We will go for that. Option B is correct one, that ice would cause final destruction. Find a word from the passage which mean die, perish, hate, suffice, or destruction. The correct answer is perish. What is the mood of the poet in this one? The poet mood is optimistic, pessimistic, enthusiastic, or none. Of course, it is the pessimistic tone. The tone of the poem suggests the mood of the poet, and he is in pessimistic mood. Okay, then now again question number 5, which is based on the grammar section. That is based on the grammar section, 10 marks. There can be variety in this section, in this part. The valuer can go for in any way, but few are common. There's like conversation, direct and indirect speech will be the common one, and these two are there can be differences. Okay, it can be based on the verb, it can be based on preposition, conjunction, anything. And I know that this is not going to what a very difficult type of question. The given question are actually, there is one blank in each sentence. The possible word has been bracketed. Replace the bracketed word from with the correct one by choosing the most appropriate option. So these are the based on your tenses or based on the correct form of the verb. The question is, Mrs. Talwar A dash, verb is given live in a village. She again B dash, 3 children. Her hobby C dash, singing and playing in solitude. So the first one, Mrs. Talwar, the option for the correct form of the verbs are lives, lived, is living, has lived. So of course it will be going the simple present tense. That's why Mrs. Talwar lives in a village. Then another one, 3 children. She dash, 3 children. Options are had, will, has, have. Since it is going in the present tense, so of course it will be has. She has 3 children. Then another, her hobby dash, be. Be is the verb form. Be the root form, and it has the various form like is, am, are, was, were. Then after became, become. So the correct one is her hobby is singing, and this, you see like my hobby is like that. So her hobby is singing and playing in solitude. Now the another one is based on the conversation, based on the talk, and then you have to transform into indirect speech. The question, the talk taking place between mother and daughter. Mother, why are you looking so worried? Daughter, my exams are approaching. Mother, when will they start? And then this is the para, and you have to complete this para according to this given option. So mother asked her daughter, this one, why are you looking so worried? This is the interrogative sentence, and accordingly you need to change that. This will work as the conjunction. The options are why she was looking very worried, why was she looking very worried, why she is looking very worried, that's why she looking very worried. First of all, if you are writing that, wrong. If you are writing if or whether, wrong. Because in WH question, WH word itself work as connector. So why will come as it is, and then you have to convert this in sentence into the assertive sentence. So is, am, are will transform into was, but after writing subject. So the correct option is why she was looking very worried. The first one, why she was looking very. If you do write why was she, so it will be wrong. No mark will be allotted at all. So why she was looking very worried. Then the daughter replied, now this is the assertive sentence, my exams are approaching. So it means her exams were approaching. Her exams were approaching. The very first one, B1. And the last one, again, mother asked, when will they start? So mother asked when they would start. So when they would start, the option A is Sika, first one is correct one. So when they would start. Okay. Now, again, based on the grammar, choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Last Sunday, our school dash a fete. So organizing, organized, has organized. So since it's talking about the last Sunday, it means it's about the past. That means it's what simple past tense will use. Organized can't be there. Organizing, totally not. Has organized, it is the simple present perfect tense. So the correct answer is organized. So last Sunday our school organized a fete. Dash girls are still writing, few, some, any, no. So in exams, it's of course at last moment few girls are still writing. The answer is few. I haven't dash spare pen, no, many, any, some. So it's a negative sentence. That's why we will go for any, not some at all. Many to hoga nahi. Okay. So the answer is any pen. I haven't any pen. She is dash tallest boy in the class. This is the superlative degree, and for the superlative degree we always use the article the. So he is the tallest boy in my class. Now we entered in part B में enter करते हैं. Let's go for part B. In part B, 10 mark question for your creative writing. One, it is the letter, and the another one is the analytical paragraph. The very first question was you were expected to write the letter to an editor of a newspaper. So the local newspaper informing about, write a letter to the editor informing about the rising cases of COVID-19 in your locality. You are Rahasya and Rahasya, these are the address, etc. So the thing that you need to be very careful about attempting the creative writing, first of all, a proper format, then after a content, and the third one, your language. You need to be very precise. Your answer should be in a brief way, and there should not be any grammatical or the spelling errors in that. Only then you can score 5 marks for that one. So proper format is required for that letter writing के लिए. Any relevant answer will be taken that must justify the given content. Again, it depends on the valuer how they go for that. Okay, but subject was quite easy one. What are the cases, what are the causes behind the rising of the COVID-19 cases, and these were the few points to help you to write the answer. I hope that you might have done quite good. Thoda, just be careful, as I told you, about the formatting, about the content, and about the language, kind of language that you use. You will have, when you will get your answer sheet, so you will have the idea where you have actually committed the mistake. That should not be repeated in the next test series. Now another one, analytical paragraph. The first one was easy one. The second one was a little bit tricky. So you can go for any one. And I will suggest you that need not to waste time to write both one. First you read both carefully, and then you clarify yourself that which one you should attempt. Okay. So again, in while writing the analytical paragraph, very first point that you have to be very careful about the title, a very catchy and attractive heading, and the second one is the introduction. So the title and introduction will have 1 mark. So most of the time you get your introduction or even the title in given question only. So when you will read the given question carefully, you will get the title as well as the introduction. So like introduction, you can start the given graph illustrates. From the given graph, it can be conferred that, like that you may start, and then you can finally, according to data wise, you have to present your entire observation. So observe it carefully, because it is the based on observation. So first you go through it wide, and then you need to use the word slide test. You need to write about the peak point, you need to write about the minimum point, like that. 1 or 2 sentences in comparative mode should be there. So a lot of other way to write this one. And if you can write in a proper way, yes, this is the kind of question where you can score 5 out of 5 marks. Okay. So study the chart given below, which is the result of survey conducted in the public school and government school of Agra. This is the types of activity the teenagers from this to this age are involved during their leisure time. Complete the summary in like that. So you can write the heading like what most common leisure time among teenagers, in that way. Anyway, like any kind of sentence depending on you, because it's open-ended. And this is also the similar kind of, the graph below illustrate why it is important. Okay, why it is important to have people in quarantine during the coronavirus pandemic. Compose an analytical paragraph in 120 150 words summarizing the same. So this one, why it is important to be isolated once. This graph suggests you the people who do not use any kind of precaution, or they do not follow any measure, so there the chances of spreading of coronavirus is found more in such person, and then you can compare the given data, okay, accordingly. So again, title and introduction will have 1 mark, content will have 2 marks, and language and conclusion, it is for 2 marks. Now come to the next one, that is the literature. This is the important one. Literature, that contains 30 marks. And it has question number 10, 11, 12, 13, and that can be a time consuming as well. But if you had gone through the text in a better way, any question is not going to difficult for you. Okay. So the question number 1, the answer of this 10th, the answer of this question is expected in 20 to 30 words, and you were expected to write any two from A and write any two from B, like that. The very first question, why would you not agree with Lencho calling the post office people's a bunch of group? At the end of this lesson, uh, it's a disappointing one, and after reading that, even the reader disappointed, because the postman and his men actually supported Lencho, and they just wanted that his faith on God should not shatter. But when postman he uses this word, this phrase, a bunch of crooks, it was really suggested a different kind of notion. So Lencho called the post office employees a bunch of crooks as he did not get full money that he had demanded. So on this point, he was right. He has demanded 100 pesos, but he has got only 70. He could not believe that God had sent him less money because he has a great faith on God. So he doubted these people, and that's why he called the postmen and his people a bunch of crooks, cheater. But he was not right. He was not right to call them a bunch of crooks, as they helped him by collecting money and tried to their level best. Okay, he should be thankful that at least he got 70 pesos. So in any way, since he has got this support cooperation, so he should not use such kind of words. He should even thankful for those 70 pesos. What I think, even you can have different opinion, but you need to be convincing while writing the answer. What did the young seagull's mothers teach him flying? How did? Again, you know that what she had done. It's specifically about the mother, not about the family member, not about father. Okay, so what mother has done, the mother seagull conceived of a plant. She came out of a plant. She broke a piece of meat in front of him. You just recall the lesson, meat from a fish, and fish was, he do like a lot the fish. Okay, and flew up to the ledge. It came to the ledge, close to the ledge. The young seagull, in an attempt to take food from his mother, fell from the, so just to attempt that, he jumped, and immediately the mother flew away and he started to drop down, and in that way, finally, there is no other way to open his wings, and he opened the wings, and then he learned that even he can fly. Again, need not be very restricted to the word limit. Be very precise while writing the answer. Need not to write the entire story, because you have to present what you have understand, not to narrate the whole story. That is very common among students. Then another one, what is the story behind the origin of people of Coorg? Of course, the word limit is 20 and 30 words. So this answer can be a little bit bigger one, because there are the two stories, and it is expected that you have to go for both the stories. According to the author, the fiercely independent people of Coorg are descendant of Greeks or Arab. These are only guidelines, ideas. Even you can use your own wordings or your own opinion, but where, if the answer is factual one, so your opinion is does not require. This question is completely based on text, so no need to give your own input. Okay, so a part of Alexander's army, this was the first story, first one. A part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled there only when they were unable to return to their country. These people married among the locals, and their culture remains alive with this. So this is one origin, Greek origin. Secondly, the Korabus wear a traditional garment called kapia, which resemble the kufia worn by Arabs in today's as well. This suggests the Arab origin. So both answer, both origin, Arab and Greek, were expected. Now question number B1. Hari Singh is both a thief and human being. Explain. Again, you have to explain the character traits of the Hari Singh when he used to be a thief and how he was a human being. No need to write the stories at all. So Hari Singh was the thief, number one. So you have to justify. To always try to escape from police and rob the other. He first earned the trust of others and then rob on seeing the suitable time and steal their money. This is the understanding that we comprehend from the given text. But when he was with Anil in order to steal his money, he was having the change of mind and inner voices comes up in him, and he desired to live like a civilized man. And you know that when he finally stole the money and he started to move on the railway station, the inner voices were there that instigated him that you are wrong. Actually, being the human being, his humanity explored, and thus he did not steal money. This was his side of human. Okay. Sorry. How was Tricky greeted at the surgery by other dogs in beginning? So you know that when Tricky was totally not in good condition, and when doctor he took him and take him to his surgery, there were many other dogs, and they found him a strange kind of thing. So when the household dogs at the surgery came closer to Tricky and sniffed around him as an uninteresting object, they got bored and left him alone, thinking that he could not move. So this is the answer. Even you can add 1 or 2 points, not more than that. What did Richard Albright learn from the county science fair? This is very important question from a board point of view. From the county science fair, he really learned what real science was. Okay, so when Richard Albright did not win anything at science, he realized that the winners had tried to conduct real experiment. He, on the other hand, had simply made a neat display. He had shown slides of frog tissues under a microscope. It was the first time he got a hint of what real science was. This is the line that you are expected to write in this answer. This event served to develop the competitive spirit in him. Finally, this spirit drove him to achieve new heights in science. Now, question number 11. Answer any two of the following in 40 to 50 words. Again, any two from A and any two from B. Okay. So, why did Vanda gift all her paintings of dresses to the girls? What does it show about her? So, Vanda had designed her painting of dresses by keeping girls in her mind. She liked the girls and considered them as her friend. So you know that this girl was really ill treated by a few of of her classmates, and a very introvert type of girl, of course the poor one. And because of that reason, she has poured down her entire feeling in her painting, and she has drawn hundreds of drawings just for all her classmates. So, and finally when she left the school, she gifted them to the girls. It showed that that was nice, that indicate that girl was nice, friendly, and forgiving by nature. And finally she forgave Vanda and the other girls, Maggie and Paddy. The pilot was lost in the storm. Who rescued him and how? Yes, you know that what happened in the story. The pilot, the black aeroplane showed the pilot the direction toward the airport. So yes, who rescued him? Of course, the black aeroplane, according to the story. As the pilot has lost the direction, the black aeroplane showed the direction toward the storm covering clouds. Aeroplanes helped the pilot to land safely in the airport. Now this can be the question or debate one, that what exactly this black aeroplane was it a real one? Of course, because finally it was not there. So what we can guess, what we can uh, take out from this one, it was his own conscience as a pilot which helped him out of the storm. I think this is the most acceptable point. So you can go, or you can stick with this line. It was his own conscience as a pilot which helped him out of the storm. Because if you write about the ghost or the hell by the god, that can be a little bit illogical one. So what is the point of controversy between Natalia and Lomo? What argument does Lomo put to prove his point. This question is in three part. Number one, you have to write the point of controversy. Then you were expected to write the argument given by Lomo for both the controversy. So Lomo and Natalia have 2 points of controversy. Yes, you know that. One, it was the Oxen Meadows, and the another one about the dog. Then you have to write about the Oxen Meadows, the story that he has narrated, that his aunt's grandmother, she has whole 40 hectares of land and given to your grandfather peasants. That argument, and the another argument that the guess is better than your squeezer, etc., etc. So you were expected to write both one. Then again from B, why did landlord want to eject Griffin? Why did Griffin set the house on fire? The landlord wanted to eject Griffin from his house because his activities were whimsical. He was not paying rent on time. He was little bit type of a high tempered person. So such points you can write. But if you write this particular one verse, that can be what include everything. Then Griffin set the house on fire to take his revenge on the landlord, and that's why, because of this reason, he was so much tortured due to his landlord, that finally he set the house on fire. How did Bholi react when her father caught her by the land to take her to school? Again, this is the factual one. Completely it is given in your textbook. So when Ramlal caught Bholi by the hand to take her to school, she was frightened at the time. She did not know what a school was. Again, this line is from the textbook. Was like she thought her father was turning her out of house. She shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip, because she, again you can write about the story. One time one of her favorite cow, it was Lakshmi, it was taken out and it never returned back. So that memory was in her mind. Even that point also you can write. What does the narrator describe as a pretty disrespectful treatment? This one from the hack driver, I do not understand how you were not getting this question. Okay, this line is used as it is by the narrator when he went to find Lutikins, and Lutikins, he take him to his mother, and the kind of treatment mother has given. So that treatment he described as the pretty disrespectful treatment. The narrator described the treatment given to them by Lutikins' mother as a pretty disrespectful. That's the answer. That's all. She insulted them with the hot iron rod. She laughed at them when they retreated with fear from there. So you were expected to write all about Lutikins' mother and the kind of treatment she has given to narrator. Now question number 12 and question number 13, that is totally open-ended question. Okay, and here you were expected to write your own view, your own idea, your own thinking, your own sentences, just in view of the given lesson. Why did Kissa Gautami understand the message given by Buddha only the second time? In what way did Buddha change her understanding? Okay, so it was only the second time when Kissa Gautami understood the fact that death is common to all and is integral to the life, integral part of the life, a very part and parcel of the life cycle. She also realized that the fact that she was being selfish in her grief. Actually, the second time she found that there was not even a single house where some beloved had not died. Before this, she was only thinking about her own grief. But when she met the Buddha, he tried to teach her practically and asked her to get a handful of mustard seed from a house where no one had died. But when she failed to meet that purpose, then she realized that the fate of men is such that they live and die. This was what the Buddha had intended her to understand. So this is the story that has been given in your textbook. You need to just arrange them in a proper manner as it is in 100 to 120 words. Baking was considered as an essential and profitable profession in traditional Goan village. What reasons does the writer give to support his point? Okay, so there are many evidences are there. Still bakers are, many points are given in your textbook in this lesson. Baking was considered as an essential profession because marriage gifts were meaningless without a sweet known as bowl. The lady of the house had to prepare sandwiches on her daughter's engagement. Cakes and the bolinos were a must for Christmas and other festivals. Baking was also profitable profession in traditional Goan village. The baker and his family never stopped, and he and his family, his servants always looked happy and prosperous. This their plum physique was an open testimony to this one. Okay, so this all shows that there was a very good trading cycle in Goan village, and that's why their life was also quite good. These are the points that support your answer. Now, next one, attempt anyone again. 100 to 120 word. People should always try to live within their means. This is very important one. Aspirations have no limit, but no one should never forget the ground realities. Elaborate on the basis of the chapter the necklace. So first of all, you have to justify this given line. You were expected to write about these one your own way, and then you needed to connect with the lesson necklace and with the main character. So there is no doubt in saying that man's final goal should be satisfaction. A little bit philosophical one. So you were expected to write few own relevant point. Human beings can never be happy if they were unlimited desires and want. This is shown by the character of Matilda, who was never happy with what she had, but always desire for more and more, which led her to ruins. Man should find happiness in what he has rather than running after what he does not have. It could be the cause of his own happiness and sorrow. This happened in the life of Matilda. She was not satisfied in her own living and always desired a royal life. For this purpose, she borrowed the necklace from her friend, which proved for her to be a matter of great sorrow. So this is a wise advice to all such people that they should always try to live within their means, because aspirations have no limit. So everyone should always remember the ground realities of life. So this kind of answer you are expected to write, just not to narrate the whole story, because this is not about the story. This is the open-ended and it demands your own view. Now this is the give a character sketch of Bholi's teacher. Again, it's about the Bholi, how the Bholi's teacher, she has developed the kind of confidence in Bholi. Okay, not about Bholi at all, Bholi's teacher. Okay, so the lady teacher who taught Bholi's class was really an ideal teacher. She had all the mobility and maturity that are the hallmarks of her profession. She was kind-hearted, yes, it seems, because in the very first lecture, very first period, she had shown this kindness. She was kind-hearted and understanding. She knew what to deal with, how to deal with a child special needs like Bholi. When she noticed her, she smiled and asked her name. This one you can write. She was not able to utter her name, and she was hesitated one, okay, stammering one, and finally she developed the confidence and she was able to speak out her name for the first time. The teacher persisted in her effort to make her pronounce her full name without stammering, and she did succeed. Fully pronounced finally. With affection and tender love, the teacher dealt with the unfortunate child. She gave her a book of pictures, you know that, and hoped she would finish it within a month. She assured Bholi that one day she would be more learned than anybody else in the village. So she had developed the confidence in her. So this all we will meet once again after your second text series, okay, and the kind of mistake that you have that might be committed, okay, that's you just ensure that it should not be repeated again. Still enough time is there. Prepare the content, read as many the creative writing and read the textbook as many times as you can. That will really help you. Little bit work on your English. That's all. Thank you everyone. Thanks once again and best luck.